All right, so next we're going to look at the X and the Y-intercept, a calculation approach. Now, the X-intercept is where the graph cuts the X-axis. And as I said, everybody should remember that the X-axis is the line Y is equal to 0. So this means that the Y coordinates of all points on the X-axis is 0. So the Y coordinates of all points on the X-axis is 0. So this means that the coordinates of all X-intercept is of the form A0, where A is the X coordinate. So A is a number. Now, to determine the X coordinate of the X-intercept, simply substitute Y is equal to 0 into the equation of the line and solve for X. So I already told you I'm not doing A, so we're moving to B. So here at B, a little diagram is drawn for you to get an appreciation of what you're being asked to do. This straight line here is the line Y is equal to 2/3 X plus 6. That's the line. Now, where the line cuts the Y-axis is called the Y-intercept, and where the graph cuts the X-axis is called the X-intercept. Now, our job is to find out what is the X coordinate of the X-intercept. And this is what I said you should do. You're going to start with the equation Y is equal to 2/3 X plus 6. We already know that the Y coordinate is 0. So we're going to say when Y is equal to 0. So in the equation, wherever I see Y, I'm going to take out Y and put 0. Then I'm going to solve the equation. So 0 is equal to 2/3X plus 6. Positive 6 goes over and become negative. So this becomes 6 minus 6 is equal to 2/3X. Guys, if I have one fraction is equal to one fraction, to get rid of the fraction, I would cross multiply. So let's cross multiply. 1 times 2x is 2x is equal to 3 times minus 6 is minus 18. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And when I do that, I'm going to get x is equal to minus 9. What that is saying is that at this point here, where the X-intercept, where the graph cuts the X-axis, the X coordinate is minus 9. And so minus 9, 0 is the X-intercept. Minus 9, 0 is the X-intercept. Guys, how do we determine the X-intercept by calculation? What we do is we start with the equation of the line and we say when Y is equal to 0. Because it is the X-axis, it's where the graph cuts the X-axis, we already know the Y coordinate. The Y coordinate is 0. What we don't know is the X coordinate. So we're going to say sorry about that. We're going to say when Y is equal to 0, put that in the equation and solve for X. Once we get the X value, the X value, comma, the Y value, which is 0, is the coordinate of the X-intercept. All right, guys, so I just did B. I want you to go back and do A. So I'm going back up. Very quickly, I want you to do A. after we do A, we're going to do whatever, which other one else is left. So you're doing A. The line is y is equal to 2x plus 6. And I want you to determine the coordinates of the x-intercept. All right, so let's have a look at example 11A. It says, the following are equations of straight lines. Determine the coordinates of the x-intercept. Remember, the y-coordinate of the x-intercept is always 0. So I'm going to say when y is equal to 0, I'm going to have 0 is equal to 2x plus 6. Positive 6 on the right goes over to the left and become negative. So therefore, minus 6 is equal to 2x. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. When I do, I'm going to get x is equal to minus 3. So guys, x being minus 3 and y being 0 is the x-intercept. Minus 3, 0 is the x-intercept. You always know the y-coordinate. This is the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate. You always know that the y-coordinate of the x-intercept is 0. The one you don't know is the x-coordinate. To find it, you're going to substitute y is equal to 0 into the equation and solve for x. All right. Very quickly, please do C. Very quickly, do C and D. Very quickly, do C and D and type your answers in the chat. All right, so we're doing C. And again, what we're trying to determine are the coordinates of the x-intercept. Now, the x-intercept is where the graph cuts the x-axis. So we already know that the y-coordinate is 0. So what we need to find is the x-coordinate when the y-coordinate is 0. So we need to say when y is equal to 0, we have 6 minus 2 times 0 is equal to 3x. 2 times 0 is 0. So what we have is 3x is equal to 6 minus 0, which is 6. Divide both sides by 3. And when we do, we get x is equal to 2. So x being 2 and y being 0 is the x-intercept. All right, next. We have 2x over 3 plus y over 2 is equal to 6 over 5. And we're trying to find the x-intercept. So the x-intercept is the value of x when, to find the x-intercept, we need to find what x is when y is 0. So we're going to say when y is equal to 0, we have 2x over 3 plus 0 over 2 is equal to 6 over 5. Therefore, 2x over 3 is equal to 6 over 5 because 0 divided by 2 is still 0 and 2x over 3 plus 0 is still 2x over 3. If I have one fraction is equal to one fraction, to get rid of the fractions, I would cross multiply. So we have 5 times 2x is 10x is equal to 3 times 6 is 18. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 10. And when I do, I'm going to get x is equal to 9 over 5. So 9 over 5, which is the x coordinate, 0 being the y coordinate, is the x-intercept. So 9 over 5, 0 are the coordinates of the x-intercept. All right, I think we're going to stop here with this, and then we're going to move on to something else.